Welcome to the Pyramid Valley International, Bengaluru, India. The pyramid is meant for meditation. It has got the high energies. Enjoy the high energies of the Maitreya Buddha pyramid and the serene circumstances of this valley. Spiritual science is the basis for all other sciences. In spiritual science, we understand that we are all gods, come here of our own accord onto this earth planet to see that the earth planet becomes a heaven and not a hell. How we can transform this hell into a heaven, that is the subject matter of spiritual science. And masters of spiritual sciences are the experts in spiritual sciences. Meditation is the doorway for enlightenment. Enlightenment is the doorway for welfare, health, wealth, well-being, and joys in life. Meditation is the foundation of spirituality. Spirituality is the superstructure built on the foundation of meditation. Everybody should dedicate a couple of hours every day for meditation. Every day, as we dedicate our life to meditation, we become a source of inspiration, joy, energy to everybody around, everything around, every being around. We emanate energy. We want to see the whole world become a joyful place for every being, every animal being, every plant being, every mineral being. That is the duty of every human being, to provide joy and energy to every other being.
Yes. Happy evening and happy morning, friends and masters. A very, very warm welcome to each one of you. So you just saw a video about the Pyramid Valley International in Bengaluru. It's a great, great residential center, energy spot, which everyone should try to visit and stay there for few days. Yes. And why these residential centers are built around, and you heard from Patriji also some of the reasons why we need to spend some time in residential center, is just let me tell you a short story. It's just a dialogue between a young seeker. He goes to a master and he asks that why do people go to some centers or forest or some kind of residential ashrams to meditate? Isn't it meditation and inner journey? That's what this young seeker asked. Even many of you would have this question in your mind, right? Why these residential centers? So the master gives him a very clean mirror and says, try looking into this mirror, and when people are talking around you, when your phone is ringing, or when someone is coming and knocking at your door, and when the food is cooking, then okay, he does that and he gets some experience, right? Then he takes him to the mountains and he lifts the same mirror again and he says, now see. And he looks at it. The master says, the mirror didn't change, the environment changed, and so your clarity, your presence, and the practice itself intensified because of the environment change. That's what he says. So he says residential centers are like these mountains that reflect our inner clarity back to us without any distraction, without any distortion. Yes. So sometimes, at least when I became regular in my practice, so in a year, I make this plan to go to a residential center in a year at least once or twice to spend some time there. I will be telling you now about why the residential center and how it will help us, right? So everyone should have that plan. So first, in the dharmas also, there is something called ashrama dharma. So you need to, they say, especially, for anyone nowadays, but before there was a concept that after 40 years and like that. But now for anyone, spend some time, have a to go, away from all and spend some time in this centers to intensify your practice itself. Nothing to leave something and go, and then you come back and you are rejuvenated. It's like, charging your battery. Sometimes it's needed. Of course, your regular practice you'll get charged again and again, but sometimes you need that when you are especially in your Y junction. You have to decide between this or that. Okay, you're standing near the crossroad, or you want to just focus on your practice for some days and be, that me time. Especially that me time is truly you get it in the residential centers. So for that, many participants have expressed also. In Pyramid Valley International itself, Dr. Chandra sir, he conducts this advanced meditation retreat programs. So we have a program December 26th to 30th, a 5-day retreat there. So many participants, after coming and attending these retreats, have expressed that now they have this clarity what they should do next. It can be either in their professional life or in their relationship, or anything what they are going through in their life. And also for some participants, they say that it's this the 5-day retreat in the residential center has intensified their practice, whereas the meditation practice itself, they have gone little bit more deeper into the practice. And so there is much clarity, they are more confident, they are more happy, they're more at peace after attending that. And it's not like after we go back, we come back and we fall to the same old self. We a new you, and when you are going and we are facing the same old routine, when you're following, you experience, or your mindset, because of the transformation, because of that expansive mindset after the staying in the residential center, you have a different way of looking at things. Look, your perspective changes after you go back, and you are able to view everything with ease. That is how this residential center experiences brings to you. Sometimes, and like Chandra sir and many masters say, enlighten is for everyone, right? It's not exclusive, only this part of the group should be like that. Once you have the knowledge, once the information is there, once the knowledge, when you're talking about that information again and again, and when it becomes the knowledge, it can be many ways, right? Like, you're not the body, you're greater than that, you are in this field, and you have this, you are that energy beings, you are living just an human experiences, and there is no death actually to the soul. When all this knowledge is there, when you start implement, you feel that knowledge, and when you start implementing that, that becomes the wisdom. And that is enlightenment. And that happens greatly in this experiences when you are in a residential center, and when you are away from many things, the distractions are not there, the illusions are not there, and when you are surrounded by this like-minded people, And when you are in the group, like attracts like Richard Bach says, right? So when you are with them, so that energy, that shift happens. So you start influencing others, and others, that positive, miraculous energy influences you also. So that you greatly experience in these centers. So that's why they say take time out, like just the way how you plan your staycation or your family gathering, your family outing, or anywhere in a year you'll have some plans, right? So plan out these things, 5 days, 10 days, more than that, well and good. It depends on your calendar, your yearly calendar, or at least minimum 3 days spent. Take time out to spend at least once in a year in these residential centers. And when there is a group and you're staying with that like minded people, that high energy group for those 3 days or 5 days in the retreats in the centers, it's great. Group meditation always it greats is even more better in these centers. And also all the bodies will be taken care of, like your physical body, your mind body, your intellect body, your soul body, right? So in the physical body, what happens? You are in the state of emptiness, and you forget about your body, like the body consciousness is not there. So when you are in the center, there's nature, right? You go for this nature walks, or what we have, Chandra sir initiates this walking meditations, and we tend to forget ourselves. So when we are connected completely and very naturally with the nature, you get into the state of emptiness even more faster. And then even the food cravings are less because you don't have any kind of distraction. So the you automatically, very naturally, you tend to take very less food. So less food means what? But how much ever is needed for your physical body state. More ease into the body, and also less attention to the body. So you're out of the body consciousness automatically. And then the mind body, right? So you tend to stay in silence because you're just listening to the wisdom sessions, or you are just multiple meditation sessions are happening in the center. Not much of distraction, right? So no one is calling you, and unnecessary meeting, or it's not your daily routine. You're staying away from the matter or the material experience itself. So you start going inwards more and more. You are contemplating, even with open eyes, you are trying to contemplate and to understand yourself more. It happens very naturally. Then that's why you gain new perspective. So even with open eyes, you are always in that meditative state. And it is the best place to let go of your old memories. The cleansing happens very, very fast in residential centers. At least that is my experience. Which is suppressed deep inside also. The deepest memories, old memories which are unnecessary, unwanted, everything comes to the surface and goes off because of the staying inwards, contemplating inwards, even of course during meditation and when you open eyes also. And then the intellect body. You are always with other masters, you're hearing this wisdom sessions more, and you are with meditators. That is, Sajjana Sangatya is happening greatly in the residential centers, like with those light-minded group, with those kind of a group. So you understand the impermanence of the experiences itself. Nothing is permanent. You start realizing that. So you are gaining the wisdom very naturally. right? And also reading some books. You spend more time for yourself there. So then this intellect body is also developing a lot in the residential center. And then the soul body, obviously, because we do tend to do more hours of meditation, so we are trying to find our true self. We are in that connection continuously. The efforts are more towards that, so you get into the soul body consciousness, and then you get in touch with the social body, that is the universal body also, because we do seva there. Food is getting very naturally, it flows, or you see other volunteers there, other people there, how they are doing, and the mirror neurons are active, right? So you stop seeking importance to just yourself. Your ego self is going lower, and your true soul self is showing up more. So you tend to do more of service, like serving food, as simple as that, but more than that. So this helps us to stay grounded and to stay away from all the material attachment. And we move closer towards the field, towards our true self, towards our soul self. So in these ways, we get closer to all the body. We experience all other bodies in these residential centers, friends. And being in the nature, all these are very important. So we need to plan, right? So with that, uh, I would like to hear from some of you who have had great experience, who have been to the residential center, and the experience you have faced. For me, Pyramid Valley International is one of the residential center where I've been there in Bangalore twice. I've been there twice or thrice. I think thrice. Yeah, I've been there, and it's called the New Shambhala because of the nature around, and of course the mega pyramid. My meditation in the mega pyramid, I've had a great experience, and I went much more deeper. My practice was intensified by being there and meditating in the mega pyramid. Especially the king's chamber, there is stairs, and you go up and sit. You are near to the apex of the pyramid, and you meditate there, and immediately, instantly, you go into this alpha, theta, delta brain wave stays instantly there. And that's why you have lot of experiences, especially the mystical experiences too. And there is everything with nature, a cowshed, you love animals are there around, and the library for reading books, and service centers, right? Many things. I've had great experience in one of the residential center, that is the Pyramid Valley International in Bangalore. So, and the mega pyramid, I think it has a capacity of 4,000 people it can hold in a single session. So, and something, there are always people there, so the group meditation is always happening there. So that itself will intensify your practice. Okay, friends, with that, let's start our meditation session for today. So if you're wearing specs or glasses, kindly remove them, and fingers clasped, hands on your lap. And if you're sitting on a chair or sofa, cross your leg at the ankle level and just observe your natural breath. Yeah, no forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Thoughts will come, let it come, but our job is to go back and observe our breath. We are equanimous at any time during the meditation, and that practice will allow you to follow in your daily life, to being equanimous to any situation. So you don't make any judgment. You don't avoid a thought also. You just observe the thought, come back and observe your breath. And it will train your mind to be at the present moment. Okay. So let's start. Yes, Ladini. We'll follow the heart elevation process before we go into the breath mindfulness meditation. Yes, let's start.
Dear friends, dear masters, with a great intention to connect with ourselves, I'd like you to keep your hands on your chest area and with your eyes closed, specs removed, rest your attention on your beautiful heart, and with a relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. With that slow, relaxing breath, connect with the center of all emotions, which is nurturing all life. With its higher vibrations, your heart center, the seat of all emotions. Feel it. Connect with your heart center. Feel the beat, the rhythm of this loving heart, which is constantly helping you experience life greatly with its emotions of love, compassion, kindness, gratitude, joy. Can you move yourself into a higher emotion by simply imagining or bringing up an experience from your past of love, of joy, of gratitude, of compassion? Relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to direct that energy onto everything and everyone on this planet to help them heal, to help them elevate their understanding of life. relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to spread that energy to everything and everyone by making an intention. When you place your attention there, you place your energy. Feel. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. Love, compassion, kindness, joy are all the ways to experience that connection, to move into coherence between body, mind, and this energy, the field. Feel. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Resting your attention at the root of your nose or anywhere on the nose. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath at that point. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. No sounds in the mouth, no forms of any kind in the mind. Meditation is not imagination, is not visualization. Meditation is to empty the mind, observe the breath, and allow yourself to slowly notice the mind becoming less and less of thought, calming, relaxing. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to go into that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. That's energy. When the mind becomes empty, all that energy is channelized into the present moment. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And allow yourself to experience that greater calmness, emptiness. All emptiness is energy. This is the limitless field of energy, the quantum field of existence. The longer you stay connected to this field of emptiness, the more you resting your mind, the more you dissolve your past. The longer you are in this emptiness energy, that blackness, the more aware you become, the more mindful you become, and be in the present. we are less matter, more emptiness and energy. The longer you stay merged into this field of emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more miraculous experiences you draw into your life, the more meaningful experiences you influence in your physical reality. Stay aware of that emptiness, the darkness, the field of no body, of no thing, the field of light. This is your greater mind. The more you are in this field of emptiness, the more inspired you become, the more intuitive you become. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be exploring higher aspects of life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Express your gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge leads to many newer experiences. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn many things, for helping you experience many things in life. Be deeply grateful to this beautiful nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the angelic kingdom, for filling our lives with inspiration, beauty, energy, and more. Give thanks to everything you use, the technology, all the companies, government systems that support and make our life so comfortable. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and gratitude to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? What have you experienced? Whenever you're ready, with your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, you may open your eyes.
Okay, friends. Hope you all had a wonderful meditation session. Please type in chat how was your experience, meditation experience. And wow, awesome, beautiful, deep meditation. Yes. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest sharing. So, one way we can intensify is practice, or we gain that knowledge and wisdom, is through listening to other masters' experiences, which we might not understand the benefits initially, but when you just trust the process and keep listening to their experiences, somewhere or the other you will relate to what they are saying, to what is happening in your mind, in your life right now. So that is how it works. You get your answers not just from masters and books, but from other simple participants sharing their experiences itself. Yes, so let's listen to our guest sharing right now. Um, yes, and thank you so much for those of you who have typed in chat. It's wonderful to see your how amazing was your meditation today. Yes, can we have guest sharings now? Yes, Ladini. Ladini, I hope you can hear me. Can we have guest sharings? Awesome. Radhika ji, I can see your message in the chat. Awesome. You have Reshma ma'am as your mentor. Awesome. And see, please keep in touch with them. Okay. So when just 2 to 3 minutes, we'll have our guest sharings now. So anyone has any questions or you would, if you have visited any residential center, it's not just Pyramid Valley, any of the residential center, or you have had, those kind of residential retreats, please, I would suggest you raise your hand or just type in chat and share your experience. Okay, I see Padmaji's message. Some calmness mind after meditation. Wonderful. Very beautiful space. It's a wonderful meditation. So, those who would like to share, please raise your hand about your experience in a residential center. Yes, Radhika ji, that's a wonderful book to start with. Conversation with God, Neil Donald Walsh. Yes, please start reading that book. And I'm glad to see you all today. And my experience, especially in
Ma'am,
the
can I start?
yes, you can start. I will share my experience little bit more in the residential center too. Yes, you can start. Are you able to start now? What happened? Okay. So in the Pyramid Valley, when I visited, uh, so I went to the king's chamber, and when we visited, I was
So we
doing.
have with us.
Yes.
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 Mm. to
Just an intro.
introduce.
Yes, thank you. So, Anupama, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, for joining. Just a brief introduction about Anupama, ma'am. Anupama is a consultant associate professor specializing in medical chemistry and pharmacology in Bangalore. She has a strong academic background and significant expertise in her field. Anupama is dedicated to personal development through meditation, a practice she embraced after participating in Buddha's Year 40-day flagship miracle program. She has also successfully completed both L1 and L2 meditation coaching programs and attended AMR event in September 2025. In her leisure time, Anupama enjoys music and travel with reflect a vibrant personality. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful introduction. Good morning, everyone, dear masters and friends. Wonderful afternoon and great evening to everyone. So, I am Anupama from Bangalore, India. Honestly speaking, I never liked meditation. In fact, I used to hate the word itself. I used to think how people can just close their eyes and sit there and just get their answers. And in fact, I tried meditation only once in my life when I was graduating. One of my professor asked me, suggested me to try meditation for my migraine headaches because I used to have terrible migraine. I used to suffer from chronic migraine headaches. So I just attended. After attending, I just felt so irritated that day. I just thought, why people are sitting like this? Instead of this, they can sleep on their beds. So that was my impression back then. Then in December 2024, through some online program, I met a person and made a friend. She suggested me to do meditation again for my migraine. Then I said, oh, please, I'm not at all interested. But then she said, just try once. There is a institution organization called Buddha CEO, and Chandra sir is a great master. You will get all your answers. You just try. So I just joined very uninterested, without no interest at all. I just joined just to give a thing. So I just joined the program Miracle, Jan 27th, 2025. So in fact, truly, it became a miracle in my life, and my meditation journey just started, you can say. I just got drawn into Chandra sir's wisdom sessions and slowly began meditating. Until then, I just lost interest in my life. I just going with the flow of the life, always wondering why me, only why I have to suffer when all others seem to be, they're very happy, even doing so many other wrong things or etc. But I'm suffering. And I was searching for that inner peace, and what is this purpose of life for me on this earth? Why this life? So it was like that. Then slowly, day by day, I started meditating, listening to Chandra sir's wisdom sessions. Then I began to understand the truths like the soul's journey, then these manifestations, the quantum field, how I am the responsible. I am the what you say, the co-creator of my own life story. It's not that somebody else written or some because of somebody I am struggling. It is because of me. So all this happening. So this realization has changed me. Then I started, responding instead of reacting. Earlier, I am very short-tempered person. It's very difficult for me to control anger. But meditation literally helped me to learn that patience. It helped me to change my thought process, change my perspective towards life and situations, because I used to be so negative, even though I heard many times people saying that be careful what you speak and think, but I never cared. I was so negative, but through Chandra sir's wisdom sessions, I realized that how thoughts create reality, and sometimes it became our limiting beliefs. So that it truly struck me. So there are countless experiences I could share, but in short, I can say meditation made me a better person. I found my purpose in my life. Uh, it filled me with joy and gratitude. Started looking at my life positively, and to spread this amazing gift, I joined coach program. I completed a level 1 and level 2 as meditation coach from Buddha CEO. Then in September, I attended AMR. You can say that is the major transformation in my life because I broke many limiting beliefs in my life. I used to have that fear of heights, and then because of post-COVID complications, I was kept on steroids. I put on too much of weight, and I lost confidence and stopped doing things which I love, like traveling, exploring things. But in AMR, I climbed at Tapastali, which is a mission impossible thing in my life because of that heights. I don't know how I climbed because of that place vibration, support from my husband. I just did it. I went there. I meditated with entire Chandra sir and the members. There are so many experiences, guys, I can share, but is AMA's experience is not just you listen to, you have to experience it. Meditating under Pyramid Center with Chandra sir's live guidance, it's beyond magical experience, you can say. Then I have did walking meditation. I used to suffer with I suffer with plantar fasciitis, so it's very difficult for me to walk barefoot. Even on the tiles also, in the house also I use slippers. So, but in walking meditation, that limiting belief I broke, that as I can walk. So barefootedly I walked on the grass, and it was the magical experience where I broke that limiting belief. So I can say that I'm eternally thankful to Chandra sir for changing my thought process, my life, everything. I'm still learning. In this process, I can say reading books has helped me a lot. In fact, honestly, truly speaking, I can say I hate reading books. But when I met Chandra sir and said, then he made me realize that this is also one of my limiting belief, and he made me think to change that perspective to a empowering belief, like that I am becoming better at reading. So on his suggestion, I started reading Conversations with God. That book has struck me one line, when that person asks to God, why me, then God asks, why not you. Literally that struck me and changed my perspective, and it made me realized. So I'm then I have read Patriji's answers. This book is gifted by Chandra sir to me when I met him. Then Vani ma'am has given beautifully. She has gifted a beautiful book, The Uncommon Truths. So Patriji has written these books. The complex. He explained the complex things also so simply. So I'm truly grateful for Chandra sir, and I'm truly grateful for the Buddha CEO team to give for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences. So my heartfelt thanks to Chandra sir, Rakesh Janmile sir. Rakesh Janmile sir is a person you can just go and ask, share any questions. He is there to help you out, explain you deeply. Then I'm thankful to Jayashree ma'am, Namita ma'am, Neha ma'am, entire Buddha CEO team. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Why me too? Why not you? We are what our beliefs, whatever we believe, we exhibit it outside. So if we carry limiting beliefs, then that's what our life will be. Thank you, Anupama madam. Yes, we want to spend time with ourselves in these retreats, truly help explore that, move to a more unlimited self. Thank you, and I'm sure there's a lot more that you will do by teaching as you're becoming a coach. Thank you. Yes, so we also have another master, Mr. Vishweshwar Garu. Yes, Dinesh.
Yes. Thank you, Vishweshwar Garu, for joining. A brief introduction about sir. Vishweshwar Rao Kaza comes from a loving family and lives with his wife named Asha Kiran and their 2 children. He grew up in Vijayawada in Andhra Pradesh and earned a master's degree in computer science from IIT Powai and an MBA from Washington University in St. Louis. He began his career as a Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis and is currently portfolio manager at US Bank. Vishweshwar sir is dedicated to community service, having served 2 long terms at the Rockwood School District Board of Education, including 1 year as president. For the past 7 months, he has been a core team member at Buddha CEO in St. Louis and actively participates in programs 40 Days Flagship Initiatives, AMR and RCML, while also volunteering at temples. Thank you for joining, sir. Over to you. Not able to. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Dinesh. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Again, thanks to Dinesh and sir, and also Rakesh sir. And then great experience sharing by Anupama madam. And I'd like to start with the first. I mean, for me, I have been meditating for a while. Maybe more off and on type things, and wanted to thank my wife Asha Kiran, Sairam sir, Girigaru, Lalita madam, St. Louis Buddha CEO Masters, Ramesh, Apurva, Aruna, Mahesh, Sridevi, and Sonal, which most of you already know. And then obviously Chandra sir, and Vani madam, and Rakesh sir, and several Buddha CEO members that helped us in participation in few programs, and for putting together this 40-day programs as well as the AMRs that we had the fortunate to be part of. As far as my meditation exposure, as I said, like been meditating for a while, and not necessarily on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis or in some form with different masters here in St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, in USA. Sorry about that. And as Dinesh sir said, we have been exposed to Buddha CEO maybe about 7-8 months ago. And since then, we attended 2 AMRs, one in Mount Shasta and the other one at the Valley in September, along with few of these 40-day program sessions. And it has been a solid experience, a transformative experience with what we went through. Starting with the Mount Shasta visit, or spent 5 days, as Rakesh Garu explained. It's kind of putting emphasis on yourself and that 5 days, nothing else, and learning from others that are part of the program, as well as obviously the Chandra sir was the main who has kind of made it a lot easier and was able to understand the science behind meditation, which kind of solidifies the beliefs or kind of gives you that confidence Yep. Hey, this is science-based program. It's not like somebody saying, hey, like a Rishi, you just go do tapas or so and then kind of get it without knowing the basics. So that's one thing that I had to admire and appreciate Chandra sir and the entire team for putting that emphasis in taking time to educate everyone. As I said, like in we attended two AMRs, one in Mount Shasta and one in the Valley. And they are similar programs, right? I mean, again, AMRs, they may do some little bit tailoring and so on. However, the environment, the people that you mix with or in the middle with, and when they are sharing their experiences, and then your experiences going through the meditation sessions and so on, is something. I mean, I didn't imagine it would be that great. So, uh, in and in regards to the AMRs, which we'll get into in some of that, we learned a lot of things. Okay, and again, I mean, today, if you ask me, we do meditate every day. Obviously, I missed this morning, but almost every day we kind of have been meditating lately, and and apply a good number of those things, the lessons that we learn during the AMR sessions, as well as some of these 40-day program introductions that Rakesh Shara and others kind of share. So those things really helped in several ways in giving the right confidence level or the right boost in kind of tackling issues or tackling things. As one of the things is obviously a few things that we learned is it's you, right? And you have to kind of put emphasis on yourself, and what your thought process is what leads to the outer reality in the process, which Anupama mentioned earlier. And that is where, generally speaking, we have negative thoughts come while you're trying to do certain things. And the minute you have those negative thoughts, those things lead to kind of a outer reality. Okay, a good example is when I prepare presentations or when I kind of get some pieces of information in front of my leadership. There are times that I may think, hey, wait a minute, is this good enough, or is this something, or is what else that Ed might look for, or kind of things. Then I shifted my thought process to indicate, hey, am I doing my best? Okay, within the window that I have. Okay, obviously, again, if you have more time, you may do even better job. So rather than trying to emphasize, oh, will this work or will that do that one, and that led to definitely the way it's received on the other end. Even though they may realize that it's not complete, at least they kind of get the appreciation from them, saying that, yeah, this is great. Can we add a few more things, or can we do these things, and so on. So that shifted the thought process there, and creating that that outer reality with our mindset. That's one thing that I consistently use in the process. The other thing that I kind of came across is, well, not kind of, but I came across is obviously the gratitude and the empathy. And most importantly, respecting self, so leading to getting others respect as well in the process. So those things also help the boost in kind of leading towards that manifestation. Okay, so kind of trying to get your goal established and go from there on that front. So the other piece that I learned from the AMRs is this, you can relate to this. This one is more outer relationships mirror the inner thoughts. We talked about that a little bit, but there are different kinds of mirrors that you want to you kind of put emphasis or kind of look into, like for example, the mirror of judgment or mirror of childhood loss. Those things kind of trying to observe and make your changes to come to the present state and to see how to handle those situations instead of trying to stay back in that past. Kind of those are the things that, and then there's several, like the mirror of fear, quest for darkness, self-perception, father-mother relationships, or father in past lives. See, all those things kind of create that. Some of that would create into that darkness where you have the dual side of yourself, like one saying, yeah, great, and the other saying, wait a minute, kind of thing. So kind of shifting some of those thought processes in the mix. So moving towards using some of these things, moving towards the manifestation aspect of it. One is definitely the vision board is something that definitely helped me and will help everyone instead of trying to imagine things, or well, obviously you have to imagine and you have to kind of think through those things, but putting them in front of you definitely gives you a goal, a kind of focus on that one, and then as part of your meditation, you kind of go through the process, and that leads to kind of getting messages or establishing some manifestation in the process. Okay. The other thing that I kind of so anyway, talking about that manifestation, like as I said, like a kind of having that one mind aspect, developing the openness, okay, which I think Anupama talked about a little, being the reprogramming the limited beliefs. Okay, so those things, when you're observing yourself, okay, those you kind of help see what's your thought process, and then adjust accordingly, so that you're moving in the more positive aspect rather than into that negative angle. So let's see. Now, in regards to the books, I haven't been that good yet. I'm still reading. I mean, Chandra Sir gave me a book that I'm still reading through. I did read few books, like for example, the Patriji's Light of Patriji and few other books. And I did pick up few things. For example, the four commandments, or whatever the name is, of the being impeccable of your words, don't take things personally, don't make assumptions, do your best. So those things, again, kind of, I know Chandra Sir mentioned a few times, or Rakesh Sir and others at the AMR, as well as reading that book kind of solidified some of that kind of thought processes on that front. Let's see. We kind of talked about so propagating meditation. So I mean, I'm not religious or I'm not aggressive, but I do share and I do mention, as conversations lead to, in trying to promote or for them to see the benefits of meditation, and then pass some books or pass some articles so they can read it and they take their own course and follow up in some cases, to encourage them to do even a 10-minute meditation or even reading a book or kind of things. So that's where I am, but I'm not as aggressive or religious as maybe several of you are. But again, that's my style. We'll kind of improve on that one as we go along. Okay. And I did talk about some of that transformation, right? Like some of the things that I have been using, like when I work at work, or even with the relationships, I try to put emphasis on being kind of gratitude, and also be a good listener rather than a kind of telling the story. A good example is I was asked to work with one of the clients to um, to get their agreement with the enterprise solution that we are going with. But the folks that leadership knew that this individual is a lot more knowledgeable, and he sees some benefits with a different method than whatever has been chosen. And yeah, I mean, again, but they told me that, hey, you need to go get this one done. You need to have him on board with this. So I walked in. I walked into went to his town and kind of into his office, and then started chatting. I brought up the issue. I didn't say anything beyond. I wasn't trying to sell something, and he talked himself into the process, and basically said, you know what, yeah, I understand the enterprise solution. That's how we had to go, and I'm on board with it type of things. So as I went into the meeting, I was more kind of trying to stay positive and trying to emphasize kind of my openness. And then also, even though the people behind kind of indicated that, hey, it's not going to be easy. I don't think you'll get what we needed. I shifted that thought process so that we kind of applied some of the techniques that we learned in these meditation sessions, as well as some of the books read. So that's one good example that I could say we kind of were able to do that. Okay. Well, I mean, again, that's where the other factor that I also try to put emphasis, while not perfect yet, is the no judgment, no complaint, and no regrets. Okay. So that is one of the comments that Chandraji shared, that it was Patriji's message whenever he kind of had discussions with or communications with Chandra Sar or others, kind of reminding folks that, hey, no judgments, no complaints. So that's one thing I make an effort to kind of handle that or apply that thought process on the process. Well, let me pause. I mean, I know we can go on forever, and then see if anyone has any questions.
Yes, thank you, Shishir Garu. Many points. Now, I know you know, in a short period of time since you came into the practice, you dived deep into it. And that is a true, sincere, scientific approach, because you want to explore. You spoke about how it helped being in the present, no judgment, no assumptions, going into meetings with no agenda, being open makes a huge difference, because you are connecting with that person rather than trying to impose our views. We are looking to see how can we make things better for everyone, right? That's a huge difference in the conversation. It makes things that is right for everyone rather than looking what is in it for me. That is a true oneness experience that we implement on a day-to-day basis. And you spoke about how doing the best rather than looking to see how, what do they want, see what can I do best in this situation, what can I do deliver best in this moment. Change our perceptions. That is truly what happens with meditation, because our mindset shifts and our perceptions change for the same situations that we would have been dealing. The way we deal completely differs. That's a transformation that we see. I know you've been doing and I've been very humble about it, but you have a long, strong intention to take meditation to everyone. I was very, very happy to hear your vision of the community center that you want to develop and how you want to introduce meditation as a core aspect of that community. Thank you so much for everything that you are doing.
Thank you, Rakesh sir. And one thing that I do want to mention to everyone is I started with an AMR. Okay, I didn't do. I mean, that's how I got it. And those who haven't been to an AMR, I would strongly encourage for yourself attend one of those AMRs. Okay, and be yourself there, and just kind of forget about anything else, and you will walk away with the wonders from that one. So I just wanted to mention that. Thank you, Rakesh sir.
Thank you.
So yes, friends, that was wonderful sharing from our guest. And for those of you who are just thinking, what is this AMR all about? AMR is nothing but the Advanced Meditation Retreat Program. So, which we are having in December 26th to 30th at Pyramid Valley International. Fatima J had asked. It's in Bangalore. So, yeah, it's one of the residential center. So I'm just sending the details of the program in the chat. If you would like to go and explore, you can visit buddhaceo.org/AMR to know more about this program. And yes, Radhika ji, that was a wonderful message in the chat. And yes, we are all learning and evolving. So that learning will not stop. So it'll be there around. Yes. And Rahul ji has asked, tell me some spiritual book. There are these 25 recommended books given in the wisdom note. And Rahul ji, I would like you to speak. Which books have you read? And currently, are you reading any book? You can unmute. Yes.
Actually, ma'am, I completed 2-3 books. Joe Dispenza, one book. Four Agreement I have already done, and Dr. Joe Dispenza, the one I have one book of the Dawson Church, I think. That book I have also. I have the book The Monk Who Sold. I read also The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. I already completed that book. Dawson Church I have, but I didn't complete that book till now.
Fine.
Another one book I see that Joe Dispenza one book I forgot the book. That was almost 2/3 I already completed. Okay,
Breaking the habit of being
No,
yourself.
I think no. I think You Are the Placebo.
You Are the Placebo. Yes. I would suggest you complete that. You Are the Placebo book because you have already started. And one more thing, the 25 recommended book in the wisdom note, you can check that, and you see like currently what is what are you feeling like, where you want to explore more. If you want to say anything about it, what you have in mind, what's a concept? Yes.
One thing is that life journey, something like that I can say about the spiritual thing, like any spiritual book recommended by I saw that one book, but I don't know about that. The Swami
Rama.
That
Swami Rama's book, yeah, the Himalayan Masters. You can read that book, Himalayan Masters by Swami Rama, and also A Soul's Journey by Peter Richley.
Soul's Journey. Okay.
Yes. And just check that list also, the 25 books. If you feel you will get connected to some name of the book, then just pick up that and read.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one book also, the already complete that portion, but not fully. Louis Hay book, I think.
You
Louis
Can
Hay.
Heal Your Life.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, that's a wonderful book, must read. And Swami Rama's is Living with the Himalayan Master. That's one of the recommended books. Maybe you're talking about that. Yes, that's a wonderful book to read, where you will practically see how a seeker, how he is evolving in his space. So that's nice. And A Soul's Journey also you can
Okay.
read by Peter
Okay.
Richley.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much. So, yes, wonderful, friends. So, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or type in chat. Otherwise, we'll wrap up the session for today and I will meet you all tomorrow. Yes. So, yes, I'm planning, we as a family, we are planning for this December retreat. First time as a family, we will be going to PVI for the advanced meditation retreat. So, looking forward for that too. Okay, friends. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you, Ladini. And yes, heartfelt gratitude to you all.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you.